Some of them doesn't, like Star City doesn't have a team anymore. They don't have Team Black or Team Blue, so they're a lot of their players are going to TCG Player, other places like that.
Oh yeah, like the separation between the Star City grinders and the old Star City.
Yeah.
These players like Brad Nelson would be on the Star City Games main team.
Yeah.
But not anymore because they disbanded. All of them moved to Pantheon, except for like Brad.
Yeah.
Because Brad's platinum now.
Todd Anderson's not on there. Chris Van Meter.
I don't think he's qualified for the Pro Tour.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they
He's getting close.
Yeah.
I think he's silver. So next Pro Tour battle is Zendikar. That's the thing. Like once silver resets at the end of the season, there's a lot more players at battle for Zendikar because all the silver players that used it up their invite get it back.
Yep. I like what Magic's doing with Battle as Zendikar. I think it's going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that each October set has just built on the other. Like,
yeah,
where does this train end? Because Theros was kind of a disappointment, only because it followed Shocklands. You had Shocklands and then you went to Temples.
The deck, like, it was weird. It was a weird transition, and then, like, Pack Rat was everywhere, and it was like, what's this draft all-star, but junk, common, or rare, or whatever it was.
Yeah, and the Night Veil Spectre.
Night Veil Spectre, like, what is this?
Was this 2-3 for 3? Like, I'm playing 2 very good decks.
Yeah, and people are playing, like, off, like, random shocks so that they can cast the spells they get off of Night Veil Spectre. It was a weird time. And
I think that Dragons of Tarkir has really, like, humbled people who evaluate sets. Because that set was extremely underpriced leading up till 2 weeks into its release. Yeah. And then all the cards started spiking.
Nobody knew what was going on because all the cards were good. People were like, we know Sarkhan's good. We know Siege Rhino is good. We know cards like Abzan Charm are good. But you look at the mana bases, people didn't know. Even, like, you look at, like, Arielax's winning list from that Pro Tour.
Not cons.
Are you talking about Dragons?
I'm talking about Dragons.
I'm talking about Dragons.
I'm talking about Dim Protector being, like, $8. And Deathmist Raptor being, like, you could buy 3 Deathmist Raptor at the set release
for what they are now. Yeah, it's Sarkhan Unbroken.
Yeah, Sarkhan Unbroken spiked, Narset spiked, and you knew those cards were gonna drop, and it's really like humbling to see the main set evaluators just completely get that wrong, and I think like that's the Jitte and the Tarmogoyf like effect.
Oh yeah,
where
like,
these cards are.
People were like, these cards seem okay.
Yeah.
Now Tarmogoyf is $200 and Jitte is like 80-ish.
Yeah, like Jitte is up there. It was in an event deck for Betrayer's release. It was in a Rat deck, the Rat starter. Tarmogoyf, when Tarmogoyf was released, the week after the release event, I traded a foil Scion of the Ur Dragon for a regular Tarmogoyf and a foil Tarmogoyf. And that was the value of Tarmogoyf at the time.
Yeah, it was just nothing.
Yeah, it was nothing. And Scion was like a fun, casual card that people enjoyed.
Well,
it was like
Commander wasn't big then.
It wasn't even a thing then. Like EDH wasn't even a thing. It was just like casual Magic, like tabletop Magic. But and you see that, and you see people who completely misevaluate cards. And the few sets after, Wizards kind of is like, what do we do now? Like, how do we handle this? Because
I'll like Mark Rosewater do this.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to me to see where this large set pans out, like in the grand scheme of recent large sets.
Especially with the new rotation system. That's the thing that makes Dragons interesting too, is because it's the only set out of this block that'll still be in standard. Post next rotation.
Yeah.
Because Cons and Fate Reforged are rotating out at the same time.
Yeah.
For the new rotation system.
Yeah, I'm excited to collect a company into Gideon, and maybe another Planeswalker. Liliana would be good.
I think Abzan Aggro.
Chord of Calling, and Chord for these guys. Like,
that's I mean,
when you just have powerful, like, not all of them are good. Some of them are extremely hard to flip. But when you just
it's
have,
not even like the hard to flip thing. It's the what's the parallel with your flip.
Yeah.
I think Jace is better as a looter than his flip.
Yeah, I can see that.
We haven't had a good Jace in a while.
And that's the Mind Sculptor effect. Like, Wizards is scared to...
Well, Architect
was undervalued, though, when it was first announced.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be a solid Planeswalker. Like, it turned on Devotion. It did the things you wanted to in a control deck. Like, it bridged the gap between mid-game to late game.
It wasn't broken like Mind Sculptor. It was good. And I feel like something like a good Planeswalker.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start to get off here.
Yeah, it's late.
It's late. 12:30.
We're pushing it. There's no top 8 to be played out. They all split.
We knew that a while ago.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Magic.
Yeah.
Make a podcast.
That's why I come here. Yeah, we should do it. We should do a podcast. Maybe that's something to look into.
That actually sounds...
People would listen to us.
People would probably listen to us.
It'd be free. People like free things.
Free things are nice.
Yeah.
Alright, so all Modern all the time. Next week we'll be having another Modern FNM.
Yep.
That's all Modern all the time. We have... next month we're going to start to do Game Night. We have Magic Origins and the PPTQ IQ.
Hopefully next week we get to see some sweet Lantern of Insight
Hopefully.
shenanigans. I'm excited for that.
Kenny might be back.
Yeah.
I probably won't be in here.
Yeah.
I need to start to playtest. Eventually.
Yeah, understandable. Just do what I do and come during the week and jam games.
Yeah, when it's right before an event, I do that.
Yeah.
I should probably start doing that all the time.
Yeah. The only actual Magic I've played with my Modern deck is
During the week.
During the week, yeah.
While you're on your 4-hour break or whatever.
Yeah. Gotta live the restaurant business. Alright, but we gotta get out of here. It's always fun.
This will all be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Kenny usually does that, so it might be late this week.
Probably who knows? We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Kenny will figure it out. Something will be figured out.
Eventually. Alright, we're out. Peace, guys.